to your front yard? Just go upstairs, I'm going hard. Bing bong. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now? Take me out of here. Yo, I'm gonna climb and respond. You see these doors to your front yard? Just go upstairs, I'm going hard. Bing bong. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now? Take me out of here. Yo, I'm gonna climb and respond. You see these doors to your front yard?
Welcome to the Online 1915. My name is Mark Harris, and I am from Cape Town, South Africa.
Take me out.
This is the hero's journey decoded, by the way. If any of you are going through all these mental things that happen to you while you're on this hero's journey, I don't know if any of you have been through it, but my name is Mark Harris, and I've started a podcast, and I'm going to be interviewing gurus, and I'm going to be interviewing other people, and I'm going to be interviewing snakes, sugars, sharks, whatever it is that we need information from to understand the process of what's happening to us. Because I'm under the belief that I feel a little bit hypnotized sometimes. Like, I don't know if this occurs to any of you, or if this happens to any of you. Do any of you ever feel like when you're reading and you've been on your PC for more than a few hours, that you start sort of putting letters together and decoding a message for yourself? And it feels like all the marketers out there are subliminally messaging you and trying to tell you something, like whatever your thing is, and it's every day, and it's I don't know if I've gone crazy. I know I haven't gone crazy. I know it's the markets out there, and I know it's got something to do with neurolinguistics, and I know that I feel I might be hypnotized, and I think you are hypnotized too. If you're on your hero's journey and you've been with ClickFunnels or you've been with any of the others, all the marketers, I believe, are working together as a fraternity, and I'm not sure about this, but I'm pretty sure they're all working together. And there's sometimes you ever feel like you just can't get in. You're just about to get in, and you're just about to get somewhere, and you feel you're just about to, and then you're back in the secret box. Everybody else knows everything except me, the marketer, the new newbie. Well, it's not going to be like that anymore, ladies and gentlemen. If you are interested in getting answers and finally coming to somebody who's actually going to go get the truth for you and the real answers, and not play some curating game where we throw you around. Did you ever feel like a puppet? Like you've been puppet, like there's a puppet master somewhere and you sort of been throwing around, like you're running around. Anyway, let me tell you about a little bit about myself. My name is Mark Harris. I got into online marketing about 5 years ago after a heavy tragedy that happened in my life. It wasn't a tragedy, it was the road less traveled, so to speak. I made a few bad mistakes, made a few bad choices. I went through a little bit of a depression that I didn't know I couldn't handle at the time, and due to other reasons, I can't mention names, speak too much about the story, but basically I went through a little bit of a breakup. I was a new parent. Things got a little bit difficult between us, and we sorted that out, and then I hit a depression. And after going through the depression, I didn't even realize I was in such a bad depression. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't think, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know how to handle the depression. So I made a couple of bad choices, and I ended up in the darkest place in the world, where I wouldn't wish my worst enemy to end up. And I'm here to show you that no matter where you go, no matter how far you go, no matter what you've done in your past, every passing second is another chance to just turn it all around. Never think it's over. Never think you've done something too bad. Well, I wouldn't say that, but never, ever, ever, ever put yourself short or cut yourself short due to false beliefs. Anything can be fixed if you just put in the effort and you turn around and you put some effort into it. Depression is something that needs to be handled seriously. People should take it seriously. I didn't realize it was such a serious thing. I still didn't realize it was a serious thing while I was going through it, until 5 years later. Now I actually had this epiphany that the depression was what caused me to make some certain decisions that I would never have ever made on any other normal circumstances. And I hold myself fully responsible, and I take complete responsibility to the bad decisions I made. Anyway, point of the story is, made a few bad decisions, compounded on bad decisions, and ended up in the underworld of Cape Town, and was involved with some funny things. Anyway, luckily I was saved by a sales funnel and a good friend of mine that I actually met in the underworld, but it's a long story. That's not what this podcast is about. As you go along in the podcast, I'll tell you a little bit more about my story, but that's not the important part. The important part is what we want to know. Now, if you've been in the hero's journey if you are on this hero's journey, the secret journey of transformation, I'm wondering if you're going through the mad shit that I'm going through. Excuse my language. I know there's, uh, sorry, whatever community standards. I apologize for that wording. I take it back. But I'm going to be as transparent as I am. This is who I am. I am getting flippin' freaked out about this journey because things are happening, weird things happening. I'm reading newspapers and I'm reading messages to myself. Like, marketers can't be in the newspapers. They can be online. I mean, there's Windows 11, the algorithm that automated everything. I don't know if you all go through this. I don't know any of you running a gaming PC with Windows 11. Don't do it. Let me tell you something. It's most it is so intrusive that it can actually, I think sometimes my PC makes me breakfast. I don't even know. That's the seriousness of it. My PC does all sorts of things for me. That it sorts my files out. It logs this in there, does that, does that. So I needed to get to the truth. So I needed to get some answers. So I have now taken on the role of a reporter, and I'm not just your average reporter. I'm not your everyday reporter. You can sort of mask me out, and you can put me between Lewis Lane and average everyday reporter. I'm not going to go in as these gurus do and just hi, and then look. I've learned a lot on my journey, I must say. Like the great Tony Robbins says, things that I can tell you that you need to know to get further in this journey and to actually have full transformation. Things like humbleness. I think being humble and kind to people is the most important lesson that you get out of this, and actually being able to help serve others from a point that is so, I don't know, I would say from the heart. But the point, we're out here to help people. We're not out here. Okay, some advice. On the hero's journey, it's about transformation. That I finally figured out. Okay, it's not about making money. It's not about how rich you can get. It's not about making quick cash. It's not about that. Look, you do make money in the end. You do eventually get what you started out for. You have to be. You don't have to feel bad about wanting to make money, but this is about serving people, and this is about the transformation. It's about the person you become on the journey, and you sort of getting. I feel that we're getting mentored by a whole bunch of these society, the secret society, and I'm going to go unveil the truth for you. I'm going to go find out who it is, who's the head. I'm going to try get to the head of the secret. I'm going to try unveil the secret for you. I'm going to try find out who it is by getting interviews with all the gurus. Um, like, look, some of the lessons I learned, like I was going to say, the great Tony Robbins is the number one, I would say, life coach in the world, or personal development coach, or whatever in the world. He is absolutely unbelievable what he does and what he's done for the world, and all the people he's helped feed, and all his donations, and all his just his way of life, and the teachings he's taught to people over the years. He's created massive success for lots of people, and he's just a great person. And when you come into to close quarters and you actually start attending these events that these gurus do, then you start understanding the way their world works, and it starts to paint a picture. But in the beginning and during the course, I can tell you, I'm still going through it. I'm 5 years down in the line, and I wanted to book myself into a mental hospital because I don't want to tell you some of the stories that go through my head. All I know is I was doing secret messaging to myself when reading books and newspapers. How could that be possible? And I know it's got to do with neurolinguistics, and they hypnotize you. All the marketers mess around with your head. But that's just a statement. I'm not even sure if that's true either. I'm not going to make a statement about that because just my disclaimer is none of my information is factual at the moment. The mission is to go get the facts. So if you are like me and you're struggling and you feel stuck and you keep getting to the same brick wall where you just can't get past and you can't get any further, and you really, 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 you're sort of getting the message to what it is, but you don't actually know if that's the only way, and if things must be done with this, because it's also broken up into personal. I feel that the hero's journey is personal, and then you get business. Now they've intertwined business and personal because they're not building businesses, they're building lifestyles. The whole world's changing into this new world order, and I want to know if there's a big secret phenomenon going on that we don't know about. And I'm going to answer your question. So if you feel the same as me, if you feel like you're the only person, there's a list you can read in the description below. There's 10 questions. If you can answer yes to any one of those questions, this podcast is for you. I would subscribe now, and I would follow me. Put the notifications on. There's a bell there, and tick the bell. Put the notifications on, because this podcast is going to be one of the most exciting podcasts out there. I am not going to be your average Joe um, reporter that just goes around asking a few simple questions about this and that. I'm going to be like the love child of Lewis Lane and Larry King, and I'm going to show you how it's done, son. And excuse the arrogance, but no, like Tony Robbins said, we start here. Change your first thing you do is change your expectations for appreciation. Learn to appreciate what's around you at the time, because I can tell you now, wherever you are, it can be 100 times worse. And there's no point in hanging on the negative. There's no negativity. A negative thought, a negative process is absolutely useless, pointless endeavor that will never ever solve a problem, help you in the long run. And trust me, I've been through them all. I've been through the emotions I've been up and down that emotion. I still go through it. And it's because some people have their reasons. Everyone's got their own reasons. Like some people have things in their past, some people have present situations, some people have whatever it is. Whatever your thing is, find a way around the negative. Change your expectations for appreciation. Look on the good side. Choose to be happy. When you wake up in the morning, choose to be happy. Choose to be happy. And I know you hear this from everyone, and it's like, I'm so sick of hearing that. I don't want to hear people say, but when you eventually get started, and I can't actually believe I'm saying these things, to be honest. I'm gonna be transparent with you. I can't believe that I'm saying these things, because I was just nearly a few months ago behind the camera on that side, and I was the one saying, not another one. The same old, change your expectations of appreciation. Learn to be humble, learn to be wise, treat people better. Da, da, da. Now, it started getting to me because everybody feels like they're a good person, but nobody ever takes the time to stop and look in the mirror and think, you don't even have to look in the mirror, or whilst in an argument, to actually consider the fact that they might be wrong, or they might just be not a good person, and they might need a bit of shining up on some edges, or you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever takes a look at themselves. Nobody ever judges themselves. It's human nature. It's the way we were programmed. It's the way human nature will always be programmed. And the ones that can learn to reprogram yourself and understand the psychology and control your emotions, if you can get control of your emotions, you can control the world. Remember, it's your world that you're living in. It's not everyone else's. You're living in your universe. What you choose goes. And I think the best way is the best advice I can give anyone is to, no matter how hard it gets, just keep going. Even if you feel like those days where you got nothing and you've gone 25 steps back, keep pushing forward, because as far as you go back is as far as you go forward in the next realization or lesson or ha moment that you have. So it's called fail forward. Okay, learn to fail forward. Don't harp on the past. Don't worry about your failures. You have to fail to learn. You cannot be an expert in something from the beginning, start and know everything. You'll never know everything. You'll always be a student your whole life. And if you can come to that realization that you are always going to be learning, and it's always something you can gain or learn from somebody else, it will be a massive help to your journey. And but screw that now. Excuse me, language. I want to get back to the part where I'm going on my hunt. I want answers. There's other things I want answers to. Does Russell Brunson follow any of you around on ClickFunnels? I mean, on Facebook. Russell Brunson is following me around on Facebook, and he's messaging me every day, and he's telling me to do things. And I love Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson, this is me showing my appreciation, by the way. I'm not up to pointing factors. ClickFunnels is everything to me. Everything ClickFunnels has done, and everything you've done with your personal attention to detail and your hard work that you put into marketing and your marketing efforts. I cannot thank you enough for getting through to people like me. I don't think I would be able to get through to a person like me, because if I had a client like me, I don't know what I would do. I would have gone mad. But your professionalism and your humbleness and your way of life is something to be gracefully looked upon. And I thank you very much for everything you've done, Mr. Brunson, and your family. And I'm slowly getting the message. Look, it's not as easy to just take on everything at once, but we're headed in the right direction finally. And, well, to be transparent, not finally, but we're getting there. We understand. Okay, the message is heard. Now it's implementation, okay? And I know I shouldn't be speaking about this until I've got the. Yeah, okay, I'm giving away too much secrets here. See, I don't want to give away secrets. I'm going to find out secrets and get things answered. Actually, you know what? I just answered some secrets I didn't even know that I knew about. That's quite weird. Anyway, this is the online money machine. This is the Hero's Journey Uncoded podcast. Please like and subscribe and follow me if you are like me and you're confused about anything. Basically, I'm going to be going on every single day for 1 hour discussing what happens on my journey from here. I'm going to get interviews with the gurus, but I'm going to try get up interviews. I'm going to try follow some of them around. I'm going to try get some little snag stuff on them and see if they can play the same game. I think we can call it game on. Let's call it game on. Gurus, with all due respect, I appreciate and everything that you've taught me, and I am loving what I've learned recently. It's some information I came across just the other day, and I want you all to know. My name is Mark Harris, and I am going to be on that 2 Kilometer Club stage with Russell Brunson within the year, and I'm going to meet Mr. Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Mark Joyner, there's a few others I would like to meet, but my Dream 100 or my top 3 that I've been following and learning from and mentored from is Dean Graziosi, Grant Cardone, Russell Brunson is my main mentor, and I would go with Tony Robbins. So those 4 are, I would love to be in the same room as you 4 to pick at your brains and actually have you come down on me and give me a little talking to, but we'll get there. And I just want to thank you all. It's much appreciated for everything you do for the marketing wall out there and the wall out there. And ClickFunnels, what can I say? If you don't have ClickFunnels, if you haven't been to Unleash the Power Within, if you haven't joined Mastermind with Dean Graziosi, and you haven't bought a property with Card Condone, well, look, then you're years behind. Start there. Start there. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to join this podcast. I'm gonna be like Superman. I'm gonna do crazy things. I'm gonna start making noise around this internet. You're gonna see me in all these places. You're gonna see me popping up in places I shouldn't be, with my head a little popping in there with questions. When you're doing interviews, I'm gonna be around. You're gonna get to know me. So get to know me now, because the ones who stick with me from the beginning, I'm gonna take you all the way. I'm gonna take you through this journey. I'm gonna help you in places I needed help. That I'm sure if you're still listening to this conversation, you need help with, and I'm gonna make it that much easier for you. So stick with the podcast. Don't always be so hard on yourself and make it all about the work, okay? There's only a few things you've got to do after that, okay? You probably got to read about 17,000 books, learn real marketing, and understand a few of the processes like analytics, marketing, business administration, building a team, teamwork, finance, accounting, all that stuff you got to learn. But we'll go on our journeys as we go along, pretend we don't need to learn that. But at the end of the day, I would start with I'll start with this. You know what? Let me show you a little trick. I'll start with this. Where is my book? Let me show you. Move it. I will start with If You Know Me. Okay, this is for two different sections. I'll start with this book by Russell Brunson. It is called 30 Days. If you lost everything in 30 days, where would you be? You can get that at pretty much everywhere on the internet. Russell Brunson's everywhere. He's a marketing genius, and I love him to bits. And there's apparently a story in here that will resonate with one of us, Or so our 30 days. If you know anything about the 30 days, please. Okay. Anyone watching or anyone that has answers to this question, what is the relevance about the 30 days? What is the 30 days for? Can you please leave your comments in the comments below, and I will answer every questions answered. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But I would like to know the answer. This is the first question I'm going to have answered for this podcast. The 30 days. It's not only here. I've seen it around. What does it represent? Why 30 days? Why is everything 30 days? Who's it for? What does it represent? Is it for this purpose? Is it for that purpose? I'm not going to say what I think it's for, but we'll get to that in the next episode. So please, if anyone knows the relevance to the 30 days, please tell me what it is. And these are 30 members of ClickFunnels that have received the 2 Comma Club Award. The 2 Comma Club Award is 2 commas. It's $1 million made in a funnel. And yeah, and so if you make $1 million in funnels, you get to you go on stage. Russell Brunson presents you the 2 Comma Club Award at the ClickFunnels. I think it's at Funnel Hacking Live or whatever that is. If you don't know what Funnel Hacking Live is, it's a marketing event that Russell Brunson throws every year. It's basically your key entry into this game, your fast forward ticket. It's everything you need to know. You need to be in that room. But let's just stick to the cast. Okay, time's coming up. It's my first episode. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I might be a little bit sick. I might have the COVID, and that we're going to talk about that too. But as for now, I'm getting to the first episode. This is the episode. I'm going to be making a lot of noise. I'm a naughty little marketer, and I'm going to be running around YouTube, running around Facebook, running around, making noise so you can all hear me. I'm going to be intervening. I'm going to be making my stamp in the marketing world. I want to make my stamp. I want to make my mark. I want to know that I'm putting in all the effort I can. So my number one tip to you is, if you're just starting out and you just began and you really want to fast track your success, I can give you 2 tips that I guarantee you will fast track your success. That is number 1. Document every single thing you do from day one. And when I say that, I mean when you wake up in the morning, put your camera on. When you go to the shops, take a video. When you're going out at night, take a video. Whatever you're doing, document everything you do. Document everything you'll do, because you will need it later on in your journey, and it will help you to an extent that you will. I didn't do this. I lost out on a lot of stuff that would be beautiful now to use, but I do not have that because I didn't listen to my mentor, Russell Brunson, and I should actually smack myself on the head for that, but I can't. So I'm going to leave that. And the second book you should get is, this is where you should all start. Okay? Dale Carnegie. How to Influence People. Get Dale Carnegie. I don't know if you all know about Dale Carnegie. I think he was before, he actually wrote Think and Grow Rich, before Napoleon Hill. Dale Carnegie actually wrote, I think, I'm not 100% sure, I've heard this, I haven't checked on this, I'm going to check on this as we go along, so don't take this information. As like I said, my disclaimer is, you'll never make money marketing. You'll never ever make sense. You will never ever get anything from learning from reading those books. And no, I'm joking. Okay, so, and another thing I want to discuss, I'm going to go into all heavy things, like the things that people don't speak about, like the disclaimers and the actual content that people are posting. So people are posting things like, yeah, if you come here, we can teach you how to train dogs. And in the disclaimer, it says, look, don't get your hope in actually learning how to train dogs. We don't actually teach you how to train dogs. Trained dogs won't be taught in this thing. Actually, you should actually bet yourself on that you won't. I mean, what are these disclaimers about? Why are they allowed, and why are they like, what is the purpose of them? If you can say something out of your mouth, but your disclaimer can say something differently, and that's legal. Anyway, we will be discussing disclaimers, privacy policies, everything that you need to know. How hectic Facebook is with their jail terms and Zuckerberg and his rules. Mr. Mark, you need to calm down. You need to let marketers get away with a little bit more. It's not so easy when you're starting out. There are potentially, there's so much potential out there that is struggling with the Facebook laws. I mean, we appreciate business, and it must be all done in an honorable manner. But come on, Zuckerberg, Marky. Yes, I'm calling out. You see what I mean? I get to call out Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook. ooh, I don't know if I should do this, but Zuckerberg, try to chill out on the rules, dude. We respect you. We thank you for everything you built, but my man, it's not so easy for a startup. It's trying to learn the business to get Facebook jailed for permanent for reasons of small things like a misspelling in the affiliate disclaimer or whatever. Come on, dude. Like, not everyone's out there to do everyone in the world. The world should start to learn to trust again. There's no such thing. And I'm saying that coming from me, it's like hypocrisy coming out of my mouth, but I'm trying. And that's why I'm out to give that message. And if you can take one thing away from this podcast, it's that. Learn to trust. Trust is a very important factor in all parts of life. Business, relationships, love, family, children, everything. Trust. My name is Mark Harris. This is the hero's journey, and I'll see you on the next podcast. Don't worry, we're going to get all of Russell Brunson, Dean Graziosi, all of them. We're going to get them, and we're going to interview them, and I'm going to be like Lewis, like the love child of Lewis Lane and Larry King live. Larry King. So can you imagine that? That's like a powerhouse. And I got that from a very special recruiter that I know named Pamela Claire Seward. She is my business partner. We started out on this journey together, and we're going to finish hard and strong. Nobody's going to stop us. We are going powerhouse down the line now. She might even be in the next episode and be joining me on the podcast very soon. She's just been busy putting together a challenge for the nurses that we've been doing. And I'm blabbering on here, but I think I'm just trying to get to half an hour. I don't know what to do. It's my first podcast thing, So let's just get with it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Just stick with me. Like and subscribe. Put that bell on. Click that bell so I can irritate you every 5 minutes, because every time something comes up, I'm just going to pop up there and I'm going to be like, what are you doing? Why are you there? Why did you say that? I'm going to be irritating everyone online. I'm going to get all the answers you need, and I'm not taking notes from answers. I'm going to bash my way through to the top, and I'm going to take whoever wants to come with. Join the party, because it starts now. It starts today. It is now the 19th of the 7th, 2023, and the party begins tonight. Follow me, follow the Online Money Machine, stick with this podcast, and I'll change your life. Thank you very much.